You walk outside and your mint condition Mopar won't start. Calm down, don't worry, I'll show you how to get it going. This video is going to be for a no crank, no start. Turn the key, nothing happens. First things first is the transmission in park. If you have the dual transmission option like this car, you have a column transmission and a center console transmission, make sure both of your transmissions are in park. That's a joke. If it's still not starting, pop the hood. Is the battery good? Grab a multimeter and turn it to the lightning setting. 20 is good. Black probe to the negative side, red probe to the positive side. Should be around 12.4 to sometimes even 13. It's verified. We're going to move over to the firewall. We're going to take a look at this. This is called a starter relay. You're going to have 5 connections on here. You're going to go straight to your battery, meter on the lightning setting, and your black probe in the negative side of the battery, red probe to this terminal. Do you have power? Then you're good. The thing to check would be the fusible link. Is it melted? Is it burnt? No, looks good. Now you want to check this wire right here. This is called a neutral safety switch. This runs down to the transmission, and there's a little button on the transmission. Whenever you put the car in park, it grounds that button out. You need to check this for ground. You want to put your meter on beep mode, also known to the layman as ohms. My specific meter, when you turn it on the ohm setting, if you have connection, it'll beep. Stick one probe into the harness, and the other side, stick it straight to the negative side of the battery. If it doesn't beep, your neutral safety switch doesn't work. So you have 2 options. You can run a wire from here to somewhere metal on the car to bypass it. That's very dangerous, because if the car's in drive, it'll still start and it'll run you over. The thing to do would be go down to the transmission, find the safety switch, and figure out if the wire is broken, unplugged, or if the switch itself is bad. Ohms out and you have ground, you want to move to this wire right here. Power wire that goes to the key switch. When you turn it to the crank position, it sends power to this relay. And assuming that you have power here, a ground here from your neutral safety switch, it should engage this relay. Put your meter on lightning mode, probe to the negative side of the battery, and then your red probe, stick it into the harness. This test, you may need 2 people, 1 person to crank and then 1 person to watch the meter. All right, crank it. So now that we have power from our battery, power from our ignition switch when cranking, and we have a negative from our neutral safety switch, and that's all good, we can deem this relay bad. Also verify that with the specialty tool. This is called a starter relay bypass tool, and what you want to do is just touch these 2, this terminal and this terminal, touch them together. It spins over, you know that relay's. In our case, our relay's bad, so we need to replace it. But if you were to have no power from the ignition switch whenever you crank the key right here, you're either going to have a broken wire, burnt wire, or the ignition switch could be bad. Let's test it. Turn our ignition on. Make sure you're in park. The relay. So if you like seeing old Mopar saved, sometimes non-Mopars, you should consider hitting that subscribe button so that the next time